Hola, buenos dias. Today we're going to be talking about direct object pronouns, which we have had direct object pronouns before, but let's review them because they do tend to be a little bit tricky. All right, so first off, what is a direct object? A direct object receives the action of the verb, so it answers the question who or what about the verb. So if I look at it in English, I filled the tank. Who or what did I fill? The tank. She cashed the check. Who or what did she cash? The check. We looked for our skates. Who or what did we look for? Our skates. Okay. So the direct object is who or what about the verb. All right. So direct object pronoun is going to take the place of the direct object. So it's usually going to be translated as it or them. So I cashed it yesterday. The it I'm referring to is the check. They looked for them, being the skates, last night. My mom filled it, tank. Okay. Other DOPs are going to translate as you, me, you, him, us, her, okay, or them, which we have them already. Okay, so tell me, I will call you. Will you help us take her to the movies? Okay, so ask him, sorry, I have one more. So our DOPs in Espanol are me and te, so our first and second person pronouns are the same no matter if they're direct, indirect, or reflexive. Those are always going to be the same. It's the third person ones that change. So so it's me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, and las. Okay, so these four are the same as every other type of pronoun. These four are the ones that are different. Okay, remember that our lo and la, los and las have to match the gender of the object that we are replacing. Okay, when you have one verb, your DOP goes directly before the conjugated verb. Okay, and even if it's like I didn't cash it, it's gonna go no lo cobré. Okay, so your no, then your direct object pronoun, and then your verb. So it's always directly before the conjugated verb, whether the sentence is in the affirmative or in the negative. Okay, so Martín cobró el cheque. Cheque is my DOP, my direct object. I'm going to use it for lo, or replace it with lo. Martín lo cobró. He cashed it. Okay? So it goes in a different word order in Spanish than it does in English, and that kind of throws people off a little bit. All right. So I want you to rewrite these sentences, and I want you to use a DOP. So I have Elena buscó un palo de golf en la tienda. So you're going to say Elena looked for it at the store. Okay? So we'll do this one together. Elena lo buscó en la tienda because we're replacing palo. And this whole phrase, el palo de golf, okay, lo buscó en la tienda. Yo cuidé a los perros este fin de semana. So you're going to say I cared for them last weekend. Okay? I'll let you guys do this one on your own. Okay, do the rest of them on your own. Hit pause, do the rest of them on your own, and then hit play and check your answers. All right, here we go. Los cuidé el fin de semana pasado. Enviaste la carta. La enviaste. Nosotros devolvimos los libros. Los devolvimos. Okay? That should look pretty familiar to you guys. All right, now we're going to do activity 12 on page 138 in your books. So if you go to the next slide, or if you wait just a second, I will have a picture of it there. And then just hit pause, and when you're done, and then write the answers on your notes, and then when you're done, hit play and we'll check it. Okay, so you're going to read through this conversation, because when Teresa comes home in the afternoon, she has this conversation with her mom. Read it and write the correct or the appropriate pronoun, either lo, la, los, or las. Okay. So hit pause and then come back to it when you're done. All right. Number one should be la. We're referring to la película here. So what's going on? How was the movie, Teresa? It's good, Mom. I liked it a lot. You saw it. We're referring to the movie last night, right? Yes, but I didn't like it. Hey, where are the things that you bought in the pharmacy? No las veo. I don't, and I'm going to put a slide up in just a second that has the answers on here. I don't see them, so we're referring to las cosas. Teresa says, el champú está sobre la mesa. No lo ves, because we're talking about el champú. And she says, oh, here it is. And the toothpaste? Oh, sorry. Creo que la dejé en el baño. I think I left it in the bathroom. So la pasta dental is what we're referring to. Muy bien. Y enviaste las cartas, and did you send the letters? Sí, mamá, las envié después de ir a la farmacia. Yes, I sent them, referring to las cartas. Gracias, hija. Ah, ¿compraste un regalo para tu abuelo? Oh, did you buy a gift for your grandpa? Sí, mamá, le compré un collar muy bonito. Lo quieres ver, because we're sorry, abuela. Abuela's getting a collar or a necklace. So it should be lo quieres ver. Do you want to see it? Because we're referring to un collar. Okay. Sí, pero más tarde, ahora tenemos que limpiar la cocina. Tú puedes lavar los platos. Yes, but later, now we have to clean the kitchen. You can wash the dishes. I no puedo lavar los, because we're referring to los platos. So I can't wash them, Mom. Se me olvidó comprar el detergente. I forgot to buy the detergent. No importa, Teresa. Yo lo compré ayer y ahora a lavar. Doesn't matter, Teresa. I bought it yesterday. We're referring to el detergente. Okay. So your answer should be la, las, lo, la, las, lo. Los number 7 should be, it's tacked on the end to lavar los. Okay, so that should be the word that you had, and then lo for the last one. All right. When I have two verbs, I have two different options that I can do with direct object pronouns. So I can place it directly before the conjugated verb, or I can attach it to the end of the second verb. So whether that is an infinitive or an ando or iendo form of the verb, I can attach it. Two verbs, two placement options. One verb, one placement option. If this confuses you, always put it directly before the conjugated verb. Okay? It's always correct to put it directly before the conjugated verb. It's only okay to put it after the verb when you have a compound verb, when you have two verbs. Okay? So like I said, if that confuses you, if you can't remember what, always put it directly before the conjugated verb. It's never going to be wrong. And putting it before versus attaching it to the second verb, neither one of those is any more correct than the other. I don't have a preference on what you do, as long as you don't ever put it in the middle. Okay? So never, ever, ever put the DOP between your two verbs. It's going to be wrong every single time. Okay? So if I'm going to say I'm going to buy them, and them are the stamps, so I would use los for the DOP because it's los sellos. Okay? So los voy a comprar, or, sorry, I went in the wrong order. Voy a comprarlos. This second way, it sounds more natural to us in us as English speakers, because this is the word order that we would use in English. I'm going to buy them. But you can only do that when you have two verbs in Spanish. So this would be the way that I generally write them, because that it just helps me remember where my pronouns go. So los voy a comprar. Okay, either one of those is correct. I do not care which one you use. Okay, she wants to send them if they are the cards. So ella quiere enviarlas. Or, see, I thought I had the right order right, and I mixed it up again. So ella las quiere enviar, or ella quiere enviarlas. Let's wait until my little, there we go. Okay, so I can either put it before my conjugated verb, like here, because quiere is the one that's conjugated, or I can attach it to the end of my second verb. Okay. If you are putting it onto an ando or iendo verb, like I am sending them, or she is sending them, ella está enviándolas, you would have to put an accent mark on either on the A in the ando form or in the E in the iendo forms, just to keep the stress in the right spot. Oh, look, there I have it, right there. When you're attaching a DOP to the end of the ando or iendo form, you must add an accent to the second to last syllable of the verb. The DOP does not count as a syllable. So what that means, it is on the A in the ando form or the E in the iendo form. So we are buying them if they are tennis rackets, which would be las. Estamos comprándolas, or las estamos comprando. Okay, so to keep the stress, to keep comprando sounding like comprando and not comprándolas, I have to write an accent mark on my A. Okay, They are checking them out if we're talking about the books. So, ellos los están sacando, or ellos están sacándolos. Okay? Either one of those is perfectly correct. All right. So now I want you to translate, and I want you to use a direct object pronoun when you do. Okay, so she is going to care for them. So these are with your two verbs. Okay, we'll do this one together. So ella va a cuidarlos. Okay, so she is going to care for them, or ella los va a cuidar. Okay, my mom is cashing it. Mi mamá lo está cobrando, or mi mamá está cobrando. Lots of accent marks on that one. Do the last one on your own, and then hit pause and check it when you're done. We are going to send them, which are the cards, tomorrow. Nosotros las vamos a enviar mañana, or vamos a enviarlas mañana. Okay, either one, no me importa. Okay, and then this is, oh, we're going to keep going. Keep going, do the rest of them on your own, and then hit play, and check them when you're done. All right, they are filling them. Ellos están llenándolos, or ellos los están llenando. I bought it yesterday. If it's the skirt, la falda. Yo la compré ayer. Did you return them the books? Los devolviste. Teacher helped us with the homework. So now we have a nos. El profesor or la profesora nos ayudó con la tarea. Okay, when I have a command, and when I'm making an affirmative command, a DOP has to be attached to the end of the command, and then an accent mark is added to the last syllable of the verb. Just like with the ando or iendo forms, because we want to keep the verb sounding like it normally does, and your DOP does not count. So send it, échala, okay, return it, devuélvelo, okay, tell me, dime. Obviously, if you only have one syllable verb, you don't have to write an accent mark. But the important thing is affirmative commands have pronouns attached to the end. Okay? There you go. Accent not needed on a command if only one syllable. We're not going to be making a lot of commands, but this is just kind of a so you know type of situation. Okay, and the last thing, and again, this is with just in case you see it if you're reading a text. Okay, when you have multiple pronouns, you are going to use the order RID. Okay, so when you have DOPs, IDOPs, or reflexive pronouns, so what that means is we're going to go reflexive, indirect, direct. There will never be a time when you use all three types of pronouns, because you're never going to do something to yourself for someone else with something else, because that just gets weird. Okay, so I took them off and now I can't find them. So this would be a reflexive and a direct, and then another direct here. Okay, so me los quité y ahora no puedo encontrarlos. So I removed them. I removed them from myself and now I cannot find them. Okay, she tried it on, but it didn't fit her. So this is going to be a reflexive with a direct. And then this one would be an indirect. Okay, ella se lo probó, pero no le quedó. Okay, she tried it on herself, but it did not fit her. Okay, like I said, you're not going to use these a whole lot, but this is just in case you see it. If you're making an affirmative command with multiple pronouns, like put them on, it still goes in the same order. You're still attaching them. Póntelos ahora. Put them on now. Okay, buy it for me. Cómpramelo. You can't see it. Let me wait until it moves. There we go. Cómpramelo. Buy it. Buy it for me. Cómpramelo. Okay, and again, like I said, that's just in case you ever see it in a text somewhere. All right, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Have a great day. Adios.